Hey, what's up?
What's up, dude?
This is another episode of UFO Garage. Hell yeah, what's your name, dude?
I'm Ben.
And I'm Joe. And this is dude, I don't know if that's me.
What?
Wait.
I'm turning it down.
Wait a second. I can hear all of your YouTube stuff.
What are you talking about?
I
don't have
know.
any other windows open.
I hear like an echo.
Oh, you hear all? Oh, it's an echo. Huh? It hasn't done that before. All right, I'm just gonna get rid of that. That's okay. Can you hear it now? Is it over?
No, it's still playing.
Really?
Is it me?
What is it? What's playing?
Our conversation that we're having, as we're having it, it's coming back around like 15 seconds later.
Oh my god.
Like,
Okay.
Like we're still talking in the background. It's still going. Oh my god. Hold on, we're gonna figure this out, I promise. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Let me figure this out. I don't know what happened. There it goes. No, wait. Nope. It's still here. Okay. Okay, I fixed it. I fixed it.
You fixed it.
Yeah, I fixed it. Okay. Hey, this is another episode of UFO Garage.
I'm Ben.
I'm Joe, and this is where we talk about UFOs,
aliens, and all things
weird. Hell yeah. What's up, dude?
Hey, dude. What's up, dude?
So first off, I wanted to say how excited I am because I finally figured out how to do the YouTube pop-up window, and obviously it's not that exciting because I fucked it all up because I couldn't see it. So I did it. I did the pop out, and then forgot that the YouTube was still going. So then I exited out of it, and then I didn't realize that the video is still playing in the background. So
this week on Junior Boomers Figure Out YouTube.
I kind of like now. I need to pop it out now that I know what's going on. But
I know.
It sucks. Okay,
Well, let's
forget
do
it.
it real quick.
I mean, I don't, you know,
the night is young. Let's do it.
the night is young. How is
The night
everybody
is
doing? Damn, that was fun. That was a good start. That was a good start, dude.
Great
Hell yeah. Spooky, what's up, fool? How you
Spooky.
doing? Let's see, who else is in here? We got a lot of people. Cryptoid Burger. Paranormal Chop Shop. Hey, I saw that photo. I'm excited for Vegas.
Dude, yes. Vegas, let's go.
It's going to be sweet.
Let's go, dude.
All right, let me see if I can do this correctly. I'm going to pop out the window. New window. UFO Garage. This is so terrible.
Junior Boomers Figuring Out Tech. Dude, next week is Vegas. Next week, dude.
Dude, next week's Vegas. We're leaving.
7 days. We will be having a slumber party, giggling, staying up all night, and waiting to get on a plane, Southwest Airlines, to Las Vegas. Oh my god, dude, I'm so stoked.
Dude, I'm
SOR
so
party.
stoked
Gonna be
for
sick.
it.
Sonny's gonna be there, bro.
He is going to be there.
The Sonny from
He is gonna
Paranormal
be there.
Chop Shop, dude.
He told me, he was like, hey, I'm going to Vegas. I was like, hell yeah.
That's gonna be awesome. I told him if he wasn't gonna come, we were gonna have to come and kidnap him in the middle of the night.
What would we kidnap him in? We would have to call it Uber.
We'll get Jim Goodall to drive us in his Corvette, and we'll put him in. I don't know,
Dude, we'll be there in no time.
dude, shotgun on. I'm calling shotgun.
Oh man, it's
You
gonna
can
be
spooky out the
cramped.
trunk.
It's gonna be cramped back there. That's all I gotta say. All right, dude, I figured it out. I get regular chat comments now.
Hell yeah, dude. You figured out the pop out chat.
I figured it out. I did
Hell
it.
yeah, dude. Well, you want to play the intro video? I'm
No, I'm good.
like just sitting here silently watching.
Oh, dude, that was such a trip. I didn't know what was happening. I thought maybe some like maybe equipment malfunctioned or something, and I don't know. It was strange.
At this point, it could be anything.
No, it was me.
Anytime. No, it was you though, right?
It was definitely me.
I thought you were because I was clicking buttons on my end. I thought you were being like making a joke that you were like, I fixed it.
No, because as soon as we came in and I was like, this is another episode of UFO Garage, like the beginning of the whole thing started. So like all the music was like split in half and it was all jamming, all weird. I started laughing. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Ah, dude. One day we'll figure it all out. Figure it all out.
I found this cool thing. I thought Alabama Tide would like it. It's pretty neat. It's just like an old thing that's been passed down for generations, and it's pretty cool cup.
What does it say? Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
Texas 21, Alabama 17.
Yeah. I know he likes history and stuff.
Texas 1965 champions.
I just wanted to show that. Oh, golly, this mic keeps... Anyways, dude.
You're acting all nonchalant about it. Anyway, I'm like doing stuff. I'm like cranking. Anyway,
Hey,
I'm cool.
Dude, so last week we were talking about Alice Collier, right? And I just kind of been in, or not last week, but last Tuesday. So I've had one day to kind of mull it over in my head.
Yeah.
And was listening to some more some more videos. I got to thinking, dude, like, it's always weird how, obviously, like, regional differences create cultural differences and things like that, and people are just obviously different. But if there was a time where possibly there was 22 civilizations that decided that they wanted to, come and see the Earth, or like, build a civilization on the planet at some point throughout history, all that DNA has been shared, like, for hundreds of thousands of years now at this point. Like, it's all kind of been mixed up a little bit, this and that. Well, each one of those cultures, right, that came from the stars, everywhere that they came from, was probably a little bit different. They probably needed, like, different things for their health, and maybe some of them were, like, really creative. Some of them were just, like, more, like, not as creative. Some of them, like, they're just all different, right?
Yeah.
And I think about it as, like, humans, as we've been going on for this short amount of time, sometimes, like, medicines work for some people, but they don't work for other people, right? Yeah. Sometimes, like, certain things that you do can make you happy, right? Somebody could sit there and, like, code all day long and be happy, and somebody else could also do it and be completely miserable. Like, there's just, like, everybody's so different, right? And it's like, it's up to you and, like, your personal interests and, like, kind of how you grow up, I guess, to, like, a little extent. But, like, what if, like, deep down, like, we're harnessing some of that, like, ancient alien, like, DNA, like, in our bodies, and we're all just, like, really, really interested in certain things. You know how, like, some people, like, grow up Catholic, right? And then, like, they get older and they're like, I feel kind of more like a Jew, And it's like, or like vice versa, or like some people, they're like, yeah, I grew up like Southern Baptist, and now I'm Hindu or whatever. Like, people just, like, are attracted to things, even though they grew up in certain, certain ways in life.
Yeah.
But, like, so if that is the case, maybe, like, these religions and these pockets of, like, things that you can pick out, like, culturally all around the world are due to the different needs of different species that came here at some point in time.
Ooh, love that.
Like your parents may have, like, the DNA. Y'all probably have the same the same genetics, right?
Yeah.
But, like, there's just certain pieces of it that are more activated than others that could come from, like, a different tribe of sorts, that's a little stronger in you than it is in them, and therefore you're, like, way off. I always think of, like, the black sheep of the family, how they're just like, who the fuck are you, adopted? Like, who are you? Like, you don't belong in this family. And I always think about that, like, maybe those are just, like, they're different for a reason.
Yeah. Or it was like a recessive, like, there's dominant and recessive genes. Well, maybe there's only so much that nature versus nurture can influence the path and the choices that one takes. It's like, I feel like culture has to be way up there, like 80%. Or like your upbringing, your parents, their beliefs, and all that stuff, and, like, making decisions and stuff. And
yeah,
a little bit of it though, or it could be it could be the total opposite. But like a little bit of that is like your genetic makeup, which is made up of these 22 different species over the past couple million years
Yeah.
that have written this code. That's like, hey, so if this specific combination in time, if you do this and you have this biome, this gut biome or whatever, that you're gonna be drawing something towards UFOs and aliens instead of sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
You know,
like
because
that.
he was talking about, like, there was a group of aliens that came around, like pre-Egypt and stuff, and then there was another group that came around during like the time of Egypt, and then there's another group that came around in the 30s. There's a group that came around like in the Dark Ages. Like, there's just these groups that showed up in like different times, and like, take me for example, right? Even as a kid, like, my family's like hardcore Catholic, right? But like, even as a kid, I would go and I would listen, and I'd be like, this does not resonate with me. Not even understanding why it should or it shouldn't resonate with me. It was like something that like we just always did, so therefore I should have been like more just like, when you're brought up in something, you don't really think about it. It's just what you do because that's what you know. Like, even like as a little small child, though, I was like, this doesn't resonate with me at all. I'm not like, not uncomfortable, but like it just didn't do anything for me. I
Yeah.
felt like I was like, okay, I'm wasting my
inspire
Sunday.
you.
Yeah, it didn't inspire me. And I always thought about it like, maybe like, like my parents had more of like that like Egyptian ET race bloodline that was, around that time. Like, you start getting biblical stories and shit. And like, maybe like some even more ancient DNA, like was just more prominent inside of me instead of, them. And maybe that's why it just didn't resonate, because I felt different for a reason,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, dude, I love that. So, do you think that the interest in ancient civilizations and things like that, that the same stuff that we share, do you think that's like specifically from a species, and that it's like somewhere coded in both of our DNAs, even though we have vastly different backgrounds? And I mean, you're mixed ethnically. Your mom's Mexican, your dad's white. My parents are translucent. It's like somewhere in the past, like we share an ancestor, like who knows, maybe it's an alien ancestor
Right.
that had these tendencies of being interested in specific things. Dude, I love that idea, man. Ooh,
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
dude, that's
And,
cool.
and so like every, like every new civilization that visits or colonizes or, has some sort of effect on the planet, thousands of years later, that starts getting mixed up into the genetic gene pool. That's why we all have a common like sense of like we're human, but like the inside is so different for everybody. It's because we got like these 22 different like species genes running through our bodies. And so, some of it is like, oh, I just need a cheeseburger. But then the other half is like, oh my God, I cannot catch a rat on a rat trap,
Yeah.
Like, why are you so conflicted in that, in that morality or that moral decision that you're trying to make,
Right, dude, I love
crazy.
that. We got Michael is in the back in the green room. He
Ah,
just
yes.
popped in. I was gonna send him
Michael.
a message, but yeah, dude. So we're gonna chat with Michael. Dude, he's got a very interesting story. I'm excited to chat with him tonight, man. I'll just let him explain the story. I don't want to tell him his story for it, but yeah, everybody, welcome Michael Gutierrez. What's up, brother? How's it going? Mid swig like that, dude.
What's up, man? Can you hear us?
Mic check.
Hey, we can hear you. Can you hear us? All right, we're gonna let him figure that out. Michael was at a doctor's appointment with his girlfriend, so he's just getting back. So we didn't have a chance to do a sound check. So we'll let Michael fix his audio and let us know. Michael, I don't know if you can hear me, but private chat. Just send us a private chat when you're ready, bro.
The Ann Palmer says she needs to take a nap. It's nighttime. You should just go to sleep at this point. Wait, I don't know what part of the world you're from. I forget the internet is accessible all over the world. So never mind. It could be prime nap time where you're at.
Dude, what time is prime nap time
Uh,
for you?
for me,
Yeah, like if you could choose one time during the day to take a nap,
from
just any time,
11:30 to 4:30.
just block out that window.
I just would love to block out 11:30 to 4:30. Take a nap.
Hell yeah, dude. That'd be awesome. I need a solid 8 hours and a very solid cat nap in the middle of the day.
That's right. That's
yeah.
right.
Okay, Michael said he's ready.
All right, let's bring him in. What's up, dude? Can you hear us?
Oh, now we can't hear you.
Now we can't hear you. It switched. First we could hear you, and then we couldn't hear you.
Can't hear you, bud.
Try it again.
Oh, we can hear something.
Audio?
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Oh, perfect. Cool.
Boom.
Now we can hear
now
you.
we can hear each other.
No, I can't.
You're a little laggy too with the internet. I'm gonna bring you out. Do you mind maybe just refreshing your computer or not your computer, your browser to maybe see if the internet maybe catch up. I'm gonna bring him out. So there we go. Crushing it. We're doing so well.
As we usually do. You know, we got a lot of like new listeners from time to time, and I know we point this out pretty often, but I want to point it out again because, you know, occasionally, you know, we get the accusation of being a bad thing for ufology, and I think it's an interesting point because I don't think, dude, we're part of ufology, right? We're not like ufology because you have to be, in order to be like in ufology, you got to be a ufologist, right?
Yeah.
Like if I wanted to like be in biology, like I know some shit about plants, but that doesn't make me a biologist, right? Like, so just because I know like some shit about aliens, but mostly don't know shit about it, right? Doesn't make me a ufologist at all.
Yeah.
I almost think it's kind of an insult when people are like, yeah, I'm a ufologist. And it's like, wait a second. Have you been doing this for 2 years? I think it's one of those things where like, because let's all be honest, it's a made up term. It's made up. We made that shit up. You can't take a class for it, right? So like, there's got to be a standard that's got to be set into place. Like, I almost think like you should be doing like hardcore like research and investigation for at least a solid maybe 10 years, and then you can earn the badge of like ufologist and say you're part of ufology, right? Because right now there's no fence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no fence. Like I said, I can go around and be like, oh yeah, these plants and the mycorrhizal and the you know, the root systems, and I can talk about all that. But I'm not a fucking biologist, dude. You know, I don't know biology.
You could,
you know,
if you went to school for it.
I could, right? But
that
takes years of like just experience, and it's not so much just the school; it's actual experience, like in the field too. Like it helps a lot. So like studying it, being in the field, like I just want to throw this out there. If you have a show like Ben and I that you talk about UFOs. It doesn't mean you're a ufologist. It probably means that you're just an average dude like Ben and I that like to talk about aliens. Yeah, you know? I would never call myself a ufologist. There are amazing ufologists out there, and they deserve all the credit that they get. And I think it's an amazing thing that they would spend their time to do something like this. And I in no way would ever want to call myself a ufologist and discredit all the stuff that they're doing. All I want to do is follow the cool shit that they're doing and talk about it on the show.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, I just want to throw that out there. Again.
Can I throw this out there too? Learning,
hell yeah.
Going to school is like going to school is you learn stuff from other people, right? Yeah. That's what school is, right? You just learn stuff from other people.
Yes.
And there's like rules and stuff, and, you know, that people made up.
Yeah, kind of.
Logan Black said all words are made up. It got me thinking. Like, literally everything. You know, like that term, oh, my product's handmade. Bitch, everything's handmade.
Everything's hand.
Everything is handmade. It's brain made, hand, and then somebody with hands made it.
Hell
at some
yeah.
point. If even other than ideas, you don't have to have hands for ideas.
Look, all I'm saying is that just because I can add and subtract doesn't make me a mathematician. You know? It makes me a guy who knows some shit about math.
Dude, if you can add and subtract, bro,
You know?
man,
Like,
I feel like you're pretty bad. Pretty like
just because I know a couple things about fish doesn't mean I work at SeaWorld, you know? Like,
Hey, you know a lot about fish. Do you work? You work at SeaWorld? Do you work at SeaWorld? No, but I was a lifeguard.
oh, shit. I was a lifeguard once.
I was actually a lifeguard once.
Were you?
Yeah.
I applied to be a lifeguard, but it was too far. I was like, I shouldn't have done this.
In Belton?
No,
Oh.
no, it was in Austin. Well, I lived in Taylor. But I was like, nah. But yeah, dude. Yeah, I wanted to get that monkey off my chest. Are monkeys supposed to be on your back? I usually carry monkeys on my chest. It's way cuter.
You do have a monkey on your chest.
They're sneaky little bastards, and you don't want them always hanging out behind you. You want to keep them where you can see them. Monkeys are crazy. Hell yeah.
Monkeys are crazy though. Man.
Dude, Travis Green said he was a boat captain once. That's crazy.
He also said snails.
Snails? Where?
I just highlighted it.
Oh, hell yeah. Snails.
Snails. I came up with a T-shirt brand in high school where I would just write with Sharpie on T-shirts, and my brand was called Snail Pants. So Travis, that was for you. There you go.
Oh, dude. Here he is.
Okay,
Michael's in the
back.
house.
Let's just try it now. Michael,
I hear it.
Hey, what's up? UFO
what's
Garage,
up,
can you hear me?
hell
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
Nice.
No, I'm
love it.
tripping because I have the Yeti and I have the AirPods, but it's just, technical difficulties.
Dude, we
Sometimes.
understand. We don't ever start
Yeah.
on time. You know this.
I know, 8 minutes late and stuff.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Damn, you knew exactly how late we were.
Like
Hell yeah.
usually, I just seen it. It's all
Heck yeah, man.
algorithms, bro.
Yes, dude. Well, hey, you are a frequent guest of the show. Well, in the chat room. I mean, we chat, a little bit back and forth. You hang out. We see you around in a few of the chats. So it's cool to actually get a chance to talk to you, man. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of this.
Yeah, I mean, you guys too. I appreciate you have a platform where you invite everybody. And, it's because I'm always like in the chat room, like, you guys can't handle the truth. I'm like a hardcore.
Is that you? I knew it.
Yeah.
I was like,
So-
I've always thought like, gee, this guy must have seen some shit.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
I
dude.
told you, and I've even told I was on Titiwaba, and I got drunk, man, because I was nervous, and I might have said some things I shouldn't have said. My girlfriend was like, "What the?" So I'm gonna keep it PG. Try to.
That might be cool, dude. I figured.
Yeah,
I mean, I was emailing you of like, I feel like this is important to say because like, any experiencer that goes public and starts talking about it publicly, I feel we've talked to so many people that we've gotten to connect with over the past couple of years with the show. That I can put myself in your shoes. I can't fully understand what you've been through, but I can understand like how difficult it is to be able to talk about this and put things in a like chronological order and figure out what you want to say, what you don't want to say. Like it would either have to take a lot of practice, so you go on a lot of shows and say a lot of stuff that you
Right.
maybe regret the next day. But I feel like that's something that needs to be brought up because like it's not easy, right? Like
Yeah,
as
I
yourself
mean, and like the vodka didn't help because I felt a lot smarter, and then you just feel like you try to get all these things together, and it's just like all these crazy things in your brain, and you're just trying to say them. And like I don't do drugs. I smoke weed and beer, so because they say that sounds like somebody who's just high off drugs, but like it's all just from life. Like I'm high off of life and the experiences, and like to me, this is what I found out investigating something. So someone's gonna see like, hey, why you investigating? Like, those are just your investigations, and you assume that they're real, type of a thing. because it's hard to pin down anything or to have real proof. But I actually have like a lot of visual proof of me when I was awake, and like it first started when I was searching for this was I was hanging out with a friend from work, and like she's a college girl, and she graduated college, and I got drunk with her and her friends, and I just remember like I blacked out, and they started asking me questions, and I remember I part of the thing was I told them that I killed people, and then I started telling them the names of the NXT wrestlers because now there's WWE and there's
Wait,
an
so
off-brand.
hold on, I've got questions because like
Yeah.
that's like a pretty
It's
intense
just
thing.
so
Yeah. So like without diving too far into it, saying you killed somebody is like pretty intense. So like, can you?
Right.
You're explaining like you have a memory of this. You've never. I mean,
right.
physically.
I was just telling her this memory that I have, and I had
Yeah.
names, and I had like specific details. Like before I seen Dexter, I already knew that you could stab somebody right here and kill them, and that's where your heart sits. And then the girls are like, "You guys should watch Dexter." And Dexter is like this psychopath killer that like he's disconnected from society like mentally, and like all that stuff. It resonated with me, and it was just like, wow, how did I know that? And also,
That automatically makes me think of if you're new to this subject and you're just listening, there's this. Michael, have you heard of super soldiers?
Yeah.
I mean you're familiar with the term the MK Ultra program that the government.
Yeah, well,
Done.
I found that after, and also like on my own. I bought this book, and I was even afraid to talk about it until I'd seen it talked about on Ancient Aliens and movies like Stranger Things. That's
Yeah.
an MK Ultra program.
Yeah.
And that's like soft disclosure, and it's like how do they get you to be afraid to say of a word, and how you explain that to people, and it's just like there was just a lot of steps in between, and that was the beginning for me. Was when I actually got these names, faces, actions, and like this was all just coming out of thin air. At the time, I was just a regular dude out of high school. I was just regular with my friends, and then after that, I created this blog, a Suicide Girls blog, and a lot of the things they were like the Super Soldier program, and like MK Ultra. I heard Melinda Leslie talking like she has like there's an alpha, a beta, and like you know all the way up to like Omega, and um, these are different programs that they have like under the Greek alphabet. And I just would feel like I kind of ran the gamut through those programs, just like most MK Ultra people will. And
Sorry,
I'm a
Michael.
Filipino.
Am I the only one hearing the distortion there?
I hear it too right now. Can you wiggle your cord a little bit,
Yeah,
maybe?
you sound like you're transmitting radio frequencies from the Arcturian system. It sounds kind of cool though.
Yeah.
Sounded kind of dope. Like, what is it? The Vrillin message.
The Vril?
No, it's like this famous radio takeover that this like cold TV. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
hello,
yeah,
this is the
yeah.
Vrillin
Yeah.
Society.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I have a backup.
Oh, there you go. I can hear you. That's good.
Who's that baby Yoda on your shirt, bro? Is that Grogu?
Oh, you unhooked it.
It is. I was just making.
You were making it up. That's not that guy's name.
No, I don't.
It's Goku.
Nightmare. Yeah, I think it is Ashtar, dude.
Was it Ashtar?
I feel like those two sound like they're like in the same story, Ashtar and the Vrillian or something like that.
Hell yeah.
Michael, what's up, dude? How we sitting? Ah, now we can't hear you. Try your.
Nope, nothing.
Not working, buddy.
Go to settings.
Well, I'm gonna take you out for just a second.
It's a damn shame because he's handsome.
He's so damn handsome.
I can see him.
Dude,
I just
like-
can't hear him.
So, I just can't hear, man.
How convenient that the mic
how
would stop working as soon as we
Yes,
start
right as
talking
we were
about
starting to-
MK Ultra.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting timing.
Yes.
Yes. Dude, anytime anybody brings up the word like murder, like pretty intense, dude.
Yeah.
So,
Let's see if it works. Let's hope it works.
okay, let's
bring
oh,
him in.
he's up from his chair. Oh, make sure he sits down.
And he's back. Back again. There it is.
Michael,
All right, man. All
there
good,
he
right?
is. There he
think
is.
we
Yeah.
got-
That's great.
I changed the chords, man. It was this. I know which one.
Hell yeah. Is that a Detroit Lions cup, dude?
Yeah, I'm a Detroit Lions fan. I live in
Hell
LA.
yeah. That's
Since
awesome.
Barry Sanders,
That's
1992.
awesome, dude. That's awesome. I like that.
Dude. So I've got a cup, but it just says some tech company on it, so I'm not as cool.
Oh
as, I
yeah,
don't
you
have
know,
a-
I was gonna say, there's me, and then there's Big Willie, right? He's a Lions fan,
Yeah, he's a Lions fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and also Bigfoot Michigan Rob. He's from
Oh, no shit.
Detroit. He's a Lions fan.
Yeah.
So, like,
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, because
I-
Detroit, yeah.
Yeah, I think that there's like an open market for the UFOlogy people that if they want to jump on a football team, they should go to the Lions. I think it's a thing, but not you guys because you guys are in Texas. I know
Yeah.
it's against the law or something.
It is. We're already the same colors too, so silver and blue.
Yeah.
Oh, unless you're talking about that other team we have here. What are they called? The
Texans.
The
that's,
Turksons.
that's what it is. Those guys.
I feel like I've always been very agnostic when it comes to football. Like I'll come and have a great time and probably get the most drunk. I'm
Yeah, on
not-
Super Bowl Sunday, right? Yeah.
I can't rap back and forth about stats and stuff. That's
Dang.
it's always very impressive that
We got everybody in here, dude. Look, Big Willie is like, heck yeah. He's like
Detroit
Detroit
is everyone.
Lions. I Believe podcast, Fins Up. He's a Dolphins fan. 509s, Ravens Nation.
Heck yeah,
All
Big
right,
Willie.
dude. Yeah. I like it. Nightmare, Big Willie. I like it, dude.
Oh, so
Okay.
I think somebody had said something about the Ashtar command, but I think that's what it is, like brilliant from the Ashtar command. Anyway, Michael, I don't know if you caught that, but there was like we were
No.
talking about that TV takeover that this like strange voice takes over this television show back in the 70s in England, and it's this weird strange
Oh,
voice,
okay.
and that's what your voice sounded like for a couple minutes or a couple seconds. It sounded like this brilliant Ashtar command. It was crazy. And it's never been debunked. No one's ever figured out who did it. No one's ever come forward and said I did that. So I don't know. Another Skinny Bob situation.
We'll figure
Oh,
it
yeah,
out.
I think I heard you talk about that.
We'll figure
Yeah.
it out, dude. We'll
Dude,
figure it out.
okay, let's get back to this. So you're
Yeah.
chilling in an Applebee's, you get fucked up on vodka, you black out, all of a sudden you start having like these like flood of like was it like did you not realize you were doing it as you were doing it? Was it kind of like a channeling situation where like something like took over and you passed out and you were just speaking, you were like a vessel for these words? Or do you recall like saying this and like having these memories?
I recall saying them. I mean, some of the stuff, it came back to me like days later, but I do remember saying it as me. And I don't know about channeling, but I do feel like I could hear spirits, and they would tell me things like, "This is what happened. This is what happened." And I get people say, "Oh, maybe you're crazy and this and that," but I don't know. I try to prove them wrong this was the year 2012. Now 10 years later, I got my job, I got my car. I was late because I came back from an ultrasound. I'm gonna have twin boys.
Yeah, you're gonna be a dad, dude. Congratulations.
Dude, hell yeah!
Thanks.
That's
I
what's up,
appreciate
dude.
that. And like, I do know people with mental illness, and the doctor will tell you, and they'll put you in the hospital if you have real mental illness. And I think half the people here, if they tell the family what they actually think is true, that they might want to put them in a mental hospital too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that. And the part of the thing is, that night, her friends were there, and there was a gay dude too, which is not matter, but just like a guy and girls. And
I just want everybody to
they
know
were-
that he was there.
Yeah, because I felt like I pissed him off, you know. And I'm like, look, I never would be gay. I'm not gay. But if I was,
That's exactly how you piss off a gay guy.
Hey, I'm not, but if
no,
I was, I'd be with you.
I mean, you're pretty handsome.
So
Just throwing that out there.
I froze.
I'm running low on cash, so could you buy me a couple drinks?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah,
dude.
we can hear and see you. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe it's just on your end.
Yeah, so
Okay, that's cool. So, anyways, they were asking me questions, and I told my friend that I knew that her father had cancer in his nut, and like I needed to tell her, and that he's gonna live, he's gonna survive. Don't worry about it. And all those things, they happened. You know, they came to pass. And then that's even happened to me, like another time, like with through my brother's mother-in-law, when I was hanging with my sister-in-law. The same thing. I got drunk and I heard the voices telling me like she's sick. You need to give them this message. And she goes, yeah, my mom is sick and she hasn't told anybody. She wants to keep it a secret. And that was kind of what transitioned, like her breaking open that secret. So, you know, mess with the psychic stuff that I was doing and how like I was able to say the names of people.
It's happening. It's happening.
doing
again.
it again.
That's
The
crazy.
voice thing.
Rillin.
That's so weird.
That's crazy.
Is it a cord?
but-
Are you talking on a mic or are you talking through the computer right now?
I'm talking on the Yeti. It should be the mic. But I think this cord is good. It's for some reason,
Dude, it sounds like the
frozen.
coolest like dubstep song ever, bro. It sounds dope.
It's like the beginning, like a Bring the Noise video.
Bro, I'm
Yeah,
like,
and I mean,
every time you get to the
and this is-
window.
this is regular UFO garage. Once you get to that spot, they shut you down.
Right? Yeah.
I'm gonna leave, man, and I'm gonna come back.
Yeah. We'll
Try it again.
Try again. Damn it! It was like we were
keep
about to
going.
get into the meat of the damn thing.
Okay, when he gets back, we're starting at the meat.
Shit. You know, I really, you know. Okay. Oh, he's back. I thought he was okay. Let's try it.
Wait, man.
There it is.
Wait. Okay. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs down.
Thumbs
Okay,
down.
Wait.
Is it my hair, dude?
Is it
Maybe-
your hair?
Maybe it's Michael's hair.
Dude, you know what I really appreciate about, you know, like we spoke about like how hard it is for some experiencers to talk about what they've been through because like sometimes it's just so, it sounds whacked out, man. Like, but usually it's like, hey, I was abducted by aliens, and like usually it's the story about this, but it's very interesting, the MK Ultra stuff, because that's kind of what I'm thinking is going on here. We'll get to the meat of it. Okay, Michael, are you good? Okay, let's try it out. No audio.
What if
no
you talk
audio.
on your computer's microphone? Maybe that might work. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a computerologist, dude. I just use a computer, man. You know?
Hey, man, don't blame me. I just use a computer.
I just use a computer. I'm not a computer
A computer guy.
Damn, now I can't freaking hear.
I can hear you.
We can hear you. Yeah. So
Can you hear us?
Michael, we're getting close to that hour point. So I'm wondering if we should maybe try again on another time, another day.
Let's
Figure
give
out
it
some-
another shot.
one more shot. Let's
I'm
give it one more
already,
shot.
I'm hooked. I'm already
I don't-
hooked. I'm
I
hooked.
wanna hear the
I'm
rest
like,
of it.
like he's dragged me in now,
Dude.
and I was all like, no, and then like I'm here. So like now I'm at the boat.
I'm so invested in that story. That alone, those visuals.
I would like to point out the fact that when he was like, I killed those people, those girls were like, you should totally check out Dexter.
Yeah, like
And then I almost lost it again. I was trying not to laugh, but the way he said that guy had cancer in his nut
Bro,
made
yes.
me laugh. And
it was one of those
like,
moments
that
where,
was
like,
so
you're not-
like he just glossed.
Like, you're not supposed to laugh like, okay, he's a guy's cancer, but the waist
Yeah, that's
in his
great.
nut.
Uh,
Okay, Michael, we're gonna give it one more
all
shot,
right.
buddy.
He gave the thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Okay, let's try it out.
All
Michael,
right, mic check 1 2.
blow
Good,
your
right?
It's good.
horn.
We're
Yeah,
good.
I
Good.
changed the port, man. I'll quit moving. Okay,
Nice.
I mean, so yeah, like I kind of heard you guys. Like it does feel different from MK Ultra to your classic UFO abductions.
Yeah.
And you know, if I had some of those, but also like I just want to talk about the stuff I physically seen while I was awake. And
Yeah.
basically, when I left that house after I'd said all those crazy things, the on the way home we hit all green lights, and she didn't want to take me to my home because I told her too many crazy stuff, and she took me to my uncle's house. And my uncle, he passed away now from CPD, but he was also an experiencer who said he would see grays right next to his bed, who had the scoop marks,
No
who
way.
even before, yeah, and even before he
Wow.
died, he had like a metal thing, like the implant come out, almost like if they said you're gonna die and we don't need the implant in you anymore.
Wow. It came out on its own, or like,
Yeah, through his nose, he always had allergies,
no
and then he
way.
and then he even said like I want to get a because he's seen like Art Bell and all them, and he's like I want to get a surgery, and I know that I have an implant, and he would tell me about reptilians and the grays, like how they're good and bad ones, and he knew all these things like throughout his whole life.
No
So that was
shit.
my first exposure to it. And when she took me to his house, because I was really close to my cousin, and my cousin is 6 months older than I am, so I would hang out there. And yeah, she took me there. When we reached that apartment, it's like Grand Theft Auto with 3 stars, and basically the cops were everywhere. And
And this is like
I
in
told
real life, like you
real
know.
life.
So the cops
She
were
told
chasing. Were you like speeding or
no, no,
something?
no,
Or?
no, 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 no. Okay. She told me the next day, right? She goes, "Look, Michael, when we left my friend's apartment to your uncle's apartment, we hit all green lights, and not like half a green light, like you slow down." She goes, "No, it was all green
Oh, like traffic lights. Like okay,
traffic
yeah.
lights, yeah." And like if the MK Ultra guys could control that, they could
Yeah.
control basically everything from up there, and so when we got to my uncle's, it was a red light. No, it wasn't a red light. It was the police were there, like the Grand Theft Auto. And I
Yeah.
told her, okay, I'm sorry. Here's a picture. I don't know. I'm gonna bring this to the camera.
Fly, here it is.
Oh wow.
Basically, that's like a true story, a documented history of they put this computer chip in you and control you like a robot. So
Damn.
who knows how much technology has advanced since then?
Who knows?
Yeah, you know.
So you said your grandfather was an experiencer. Did you have any? Do you have any
Oh,
like
sorry.
military family? Are you like military at all, or is there
Well,
any other person down the family lineage that has had experiences prior to you?
yeah. One thing, Joe. It was my uncle,
Uh huh. Oh,
and
uncle. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Okay, but also my father. He was in the army. He was Vietnam.
Okay. Okay.
So that's part of it. My thing froze. If it kicks me out, then I'll just leave. I get it. I talk too much.
Yeah.
I haven't touched my desk, but I'm gonna just keep going.
It's working
So
good.
yeah,
Keep going, man.
my father was in Vietnam, and when I went there she dropped me off at my uncle's apartment, there was cops all around. Like if you play Grand Theft Auto, you get 3 stars. The cops are everywhere. And I
Right.
told her, don't worry. This I do have a conscious remember of. I go, don't worry. The cops are my friends. They're the ones that helped me to kill the people that I was telling you about. She's just like, what? And like, so she's gonna drop me off, and I even almost like kissed her, except I burped in her face because I was too drunk. So like, I didn't even blow it that much after all that.
So
And
so
like,
you sorry, like that's just a lot to take in, just that, because like
yeah,
I know that's like a very important detail that there, you got to your place with the green lights, and then you show up and there's a bunch of cops there, and in your inebriated state you feel Like, do you remember, like, did it feel like a very confident thing? Like, yeah, no, I know him. It's gonna be fine. Is that kind of just like
Yeah,
a knowing that you remember?
I felt very at ease, almost too much at ease, and I don't know if I was just trying to calm her down, but I don't even know why I would even say something like that in the first place to pull that out of thin air. And
So
the next day,
what were they there for? What did
it's
they?
Panorama City, Van Nuys, gangsters. There could be any number of things.
Well, they
Yeah.
were there for you or no?
No.
Okay. No, yeah. That we just drove by. We drove
Oh,
by
you
them.
drove
They were
by
everywhere,
them. Got it.
but they were next to the apartment. So
Got
it
it. Okay. I thought you were
basically,
saying they were there for you. Like they were like, okay.
I mean, like 10 years later, I'm like, yeah, they were there for me to take me because I had said too much that night, and I would have never known. Like that's just part of it. Where I'm not gonna go there because I don't want to be like insinuating like, oh, I know this happened, but it's possible, considering everything that happened. Not to mention to stay on the green light thing. When I was a child, my older brother Rick, he used to call me Neo. And when I asked him why, he says, because when you're with me in the car, we get all green lights.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, bro. But that thing's happening again.
Wiggle your cord.
Yeah.
Just wiggle it. I want to.
No, it's frozen.
Yeah, man.
Oh, froze.
It's like, yeah, it's pretty distorted. Hey, no worries, bro. Let's get it. Let's get this rescheduled. I'll send you a new cord, bro. How about that? Hey, bro. Yeah, I'm sorry we couldn't do that. I have so many questions. Your story, Toti Waba sent us a little bit of your interview, so I did listen to a little bit of it, man. And there's a lot of really interesting stuff, and I'd love to get your point of view and just get your story out there, man. Because I feel like you can't be the only person that's kind of going through this intense stuff. Like it is pretty intense, and like you said, you've passed the test as far as like. The mental illness thing, and you're open to being able to talk about it. I think that's a very important subject too, especially with any kind of experiencer, honestly. So I'd love to hear your perspective on it. But yeah, let's reschedule in a couple weeks, brother.
Hop in the chat and chime in on any stuff that you know about that me and Ben are probably going to talk about in a second.
Yeah.
For sure, man. I'm there.
Oh yeah, dude. All right, man. Thank you, brother.
See you.
All right.
Thank you, dude.
Man. Dang it!
I'm so bummed. I'm so bummed.
Oh, we were getting there, dude.
Now my mind's going like a million miles an hour.
I know, mine too. Also, there's a big, fat, full fly in here. I let in a fly earlier. I was cooking remember when we were talking about steak on Tuesday? I cooked a steak today.
Good job, dude.
And I opened the window because lots of smoke. And I let in like 4 flies. I got 2 of them. And one of them, big ass, it's got a big butt. You ever seen a fly with like a big ass butt?
Those are my favorites.
Like you could see the butt cheeks. Like you could see them shiny. Like, so my light up there.
Swat it.
Is it too fast? It's like at a distance that I can't really get to it. Because you're supposed to clap at flies just above them where they're.
Because they always take off vertically.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, have you seen the little fly cameras? They had like a little diagram on like how they built like little flies. They look like flies, but they're
You
cameras.
talking about like the CIA or some shit?
Yeah, dude,
Oh my god.
it's crazy.
No, I haven't seen this. What is it like a blueprint to make?
Yeah, I think it was like a dragonfly, maybe.
Okay, I feel like I've seen something like that.
But if they're making dragonflies, we're definitely making gnats by now. If they're making dragonflies, dude, like in the 50s and 60s, they're making fucking gnats. now.
Yes, 100%. Everything gets smaller every 10 years, except for butts. Butts get bigger.
Hell yeah.
Butts and boobs get bigger.
Hell yeah. And wieners and technology get smaller.
It's small. I mean, at least mine has. Exponentially.
That's right. I'm keeping up with the times. Don't be jealous, everybody. Don't be
jealous.
jealous. All right? That's a good shirt. Don't be jealous. I have a small cock.
It's like an illustration of you like like this.
Like a
Don't
total
be jealous.
boss. Don't be jealous. And then on the back, it's just a ruler. It says like 3.5 inches.
And you're like, well, what's that? It's what's that in the metric system? Probably a foot, right? Same.
Yeah, the number's bigger.
It's about 3 kilometers.
That'd be huge. Dude, so what do you think about this MK Ultra shit? It's crazy, right? Like,
Yeah, it was intense. So I did. We both listened to a little bit of a Totiwaba. That one time I was abducted by aliens interview, and I was a little like, oh my god, you can't say that on the internet. But I think it's the context, like
right.
maybe give some context first. So I was trying to do that a
Yeah.
little bit, we were both trying to help out with that. But shout out to Jamie for reaching out and be like, hey, we heard that you were talking to Michael, just letting you know, maybe give some context first, and it could be, I don't know, you never know what you could get in trouble for, or I don't know, just it's something like like the ending of life can be very intense for some people, and I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyway, shout out to Michael for even like being open to talking about this stuff, dude. Like, imagine going through that and not being able to tell anybody, because as soon as you tell somebody, it's like they think you're crazy.
Do you think that stuff will ever like come out? Like in this whole like, hey, the Pentagon's releasing a couple papers today type situation that we've been in the past like 2 years. Like, do you think we're ever gonna get anything like that?
Nope, no, because that would be considered a weapon, a military weapon, a very, very secretive military weapon, right? Don't you think?
Well, I mean, you could keep it a lot simpler and just say, well, you've been kidnapping people against their will. You've been holding them prisoner.
And then
here
you
in
never see
America,
them.
we have a right to a trial, and you didn't even do anything wrong. That's the whole thing, right? Like, I didn't ask for this. You showed up to my house and took me. I didn't do anything. And they do all that crap to you, man. Yeah. And like, if you're a kid, that's where the tricky shit gets, right? Is like, if you're a kid, are they just taking you? Do your parents have any sort of like, like,
Dude, that's one thing that always trips me up about the MK Ultra Super Soldier. I mean, I'm not saying they're synonymous. That's a word. That's a word.
they're not synonyms.
Not cinnamon. But like going back to the Corey Goods story. I mean, I think a lot of people have already heard about this story. And like, he claims that he was also in some kind of super soldier-esque type program when he was a kid. Like, are the parents just letting them go to some?
Hold on, we have to. You have to give that some context. His story's bullshit, and he stole it from other people. You can't just be talking about Corey Good and be like, but in his story, you got to add the context of that as well.
Thank you,
Oh,
Joe.
you're a fucking liar.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it.
Which doesn't take away from the actual stories that are being told.
Right.
And not taking away that maybe something did happen to him. We just know that a lot of that was bullshit.
Yeah.
Fucking lies.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, this
proceed.
episode is not about Corey Good, but thank you for the context.
Proceed.
But yeah, like, what did the parents just let kids go off into their own? Like, hey, we're gonna take your son to a special school, son or daughter to a special school, and it's because they're freaking smart. I know they're smart.
Remember that documentary about the triplets who got separated at birth?
Yes.
Remember? And the people that put them up for adoption, they were given like a shitload of money to just
For the
kind of stay out of to stay out of the picture. I wonder if the MK Ultra thing is kind of the same deal. Like, hey, we believe that your kids have special talents. The government wants to use them in their experiments, and they're like, no, it's my baby. And they're like, but we will pay you $1.5 million every month to just be quiet.
So for anybody curious about that, it's is it Three Identical Strangers? Yeah.
Yes.
Three Identical Strangers, 2018 documentary film. It's about the three dudes separated at birth to be a part of a study. Like, these families got a shit ton of money so that the government could study their upbringing to see what would happen if triplets, from the same parents. Oh, how? Okay, that's That was dumb. Triplets would be like, how would they grow up? What kind of person would they be?
They put them in a low income family, middle income family, and a high income family to see how they would develop into adults.
That's right.
Being, all triplets.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like back to that nature versus nurture thing, which we were talking about at the very beginning when we were kind of anyway, fishing. But that's a really interesting fact that the government has done stuff like that. That's a very PG version of this super soldier MK Ultra program, right? Like,
Yeah.
My brain goes immediately to, well, if they could do that, then they could do all the other shit, right? Like,
I mean, and that's a nice way of going about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from some of the stories, it kind of sounds like people walked in, put a gun up to their parents' head, and said, "Hey, we're gonna take him. We'll bring him back," and left.
yeah.
And they're like, you can't take my kid?" And they're like, "Well, I mean, we can. I can do it without blowing your brains all over this wall, or I can do it with blowing your brains out of this wall. Either way, we're going to take him."
Do we know that I'm sorry, it's been a while since I've seen the documentary, but did they tell the family, like, hey, this is what we're going to do? And, we're the mom that gave birth or the, the family. What did they do? What?
No. Like they were paid and then told to just stay quiet. And then the families that they were adopted out to, they were saying, "Hey, we just want to keep up with, we're doing a random study keeping up with the development of children through life cycles." But they didn't tell them that it was a triplet that was based on twins and twins and triplets, right? They didn't tell them it was a study that they were going to do on twins and triplets and see how they grow up in different families. They just told them, "Hey, we're just doing a random study where we're picking random kids that have been adopted, and we want to see how, they progress through their life."
Yeah.
Right. So these parents took these kids and they were like, "Yeah, John's coming by the house today at 5. He's got to have his little meeting with Timmy today." Little did they know that little Timmy was a dang triplet.
Little Timothy.
I don't know if that's his name, but yeah, it's crazy. And then so you have the whole, "I'll pay you a lot of money," and then you have the whole, "Hey, I'll come blow your brains out. We're gonna take them anyways." And then you have the which you hear like in a lot of the My Lab stuff, right? I mean, like Melinda told us that story of how she remembers being injected with that fluid. Remember? And it knocks her out, and then they kind of don't remember stuff. It could be the same thing, dude. How they just get into your house and like you're asleep, you're a parent, they hit you with this syringe, you're already sleeping, and it just makes sure that they knock you out till the next morning. They take them and then they bring them back or whatever, Maybe there's a medical doctor that's there on site, so like they keep them in a semi-coma or asleep for a week, and then they wake up and they're like, "What the hell?
Yeah.
A week has gone by?"
And their kids are gone or something?
Or then their kids is playing in their room with some blocks. And they're like, "What the fuck just happened?" Then they start thinking they're crazy, never say anything about it, and then little do they know that the whole thing has been happening to their kid this whole time, not them. The kid grows up all weird, or like, that was a bad choice of words. Not weird, but like just not understanding like why they feel like they don't belong.
Yeah.
It's because they've had all this psychic training and like, this mind control stuff. That's scary.
I wonder about that. So, Tupacabra, our buddy, doing our editing, he's doing this documentary called Shadows of the Black Sun, and it does have a portion of it has to do with there's an interview with this man who's schizophrenic, and he's explaining to the camera and the doctor, and this is like filmed in the 60s, like, "Hey, yeah, I know that I'm weird," and he's like trying to answer questions as best as possible, but the gist of what I got from it is that he was put through a bunch of shit when he was a kid and tested on as a kid, and I mean they're not gonna explain who did it and why, but
right.
This kid was messed up, and when he grows up, of course he has schizophrenia, man. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Anyway, so I don't know. I actually saw that video a long time ago. From it was on Reddit, but it's a very interesting interview. But if y'all are interested in learning more about that, Shadows of the Invisible Sun. I think part 2 is out right now. Pretty cool stuff. But it's all connected though, man. Like the MK Ultra stuff and the human mind, dude. It's a fragile thing. It's also a very powerful thing, dude. So
It is. And that that VTS technology, like that stuff like comes into play. These people are always like, "Oh, I hear voices and things like that, and they're telling me to do certain things." And it very well could be, that voice to skull shit where they are like shooting lasers to your head, giving you messages, and you think, "Oh fuck, something's talking to me," and like you start thinking you're crazy. And it's not. It's technology that humans are using against other humans.
what if we find out that has been a technology, like the skull to voice or voice to skull technology has like it's proven, like we know how to like.
Well, it is the army. There's like an army document on they used to use it and they stopped using it in the 80s. But it was like it's a real thing. They used to use it in like special operations and shit, like taking over countries and overthrowing governments. Yeah. They would. It was a laser, and they could speak a message, and it would send that message through a laser, and they would point it at somebody's head, and they would. I don't know how they got it to like transmit the message in their head, but people would be like, "Yeah, they were just like, dude, like it's not like it's talking; it's almost telepathic, right? They're sending me messages with this whatever it is." I think it's demons, or I think it's spirits, but really it's I don't know. The government is the right word to even use, right?
Bro, I've been thinking about this for a couple weeks now, man. There's this divide sometimes, and I'm gonna say it, ufology. but anybody that's interested in the subject that actually does like armchair research, right? Like very interested, listens to podcasts, whatever, reads books, and a little something. There's this divide where aliens, extraterrestrials, or entities, it either becomes like a physical thing or like a light thing, where they can't really mess with you physically, or they can abduct you and implant you, and it's very physical, and you can have radiation burns and scars and stuff like that. It's horrific stuff. I mean, we've seen all kinds of evidence. Like there is evidence, man. Like a lot of it. It's just not on CNN every night. But this idea that I've been thinking about the last couple of weeks is, what if a lot of these experiences end up becoming physical, even though the experiencer their account is of gray aliens, or white aliens, or black aliens, or whatever they look like, and they have physical evidence. That just makes me think, like, man, if it's physical, it's got to be human, and if it's made, and the flip side of that is like if it's inspiration or warnings of the future, saying, hey, we got to take care of ourselves, take care of our planets to ascend into the new dimension. Like that's the ET, and that's like almost. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying like I'm kind of creating this divide in my head just as an idea, an open idea, just kind of thinking about it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, man. The more human stories always seem a little more messy.
Yeah. The physical stuff.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's something that I like to do or if it is a possibility that like the ETs can totally make mistakes, Like I don't know, it just I guess humanizes them a little more to me.
Yeah.
We always try to do that with things that you can't do anything about, right? You try to find some sort of like flaw and or weakness that makes it kind of more like you,
Right.
So yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know. It definitely seems a little more messy, but I think they could. I don't know. I think they can mess up too.
Could be both. Yeah.
It could be both.
I'm open to both. I'm open to all of it. I just like last 2 weeks. It's just been I've been focusing on what if like.
For sure.
You know me, man. Like my shit changes like Every couple of weeks, I've got a new idea. I'm never like set. I don't think
Yeah.
either of us are really. I think we're just like learning. That's the whole
Oh, for
exciting.
sure, yeah. And it's always something different, right? It's always something. We're always hearing something that we haven't heard before, and then we're like, holy shit! So another. There's another layer to this. How many layers are there, dude? God damn.
It's a
And then-
beefy layer supreme, bro.
Yeah, and then you got to go back and like rework all the stuff that you kind of know, and you're moving it around a little bit. You're like, wait a second, that piece fits here.
Right. Yeah.
And then somebody says, no, it's not even related. And then you're like, fuck, okay.
Shit. Oh, dude, I remembered I didn't in closing with that idea, the physical is more human aspect is we were talking about with the implants, whether it be in the brain or the hand or the nose. Like that's a very physical thing, meaning that you said it earlier, like if they're transmitting a signal, there has to be a receiver. So if it's not innately in your brain chemistry, it has to be something physical, foreign object put in your mind. I'm not saying it can't be aliens. I'm like right now, I'm leaning towards like that's probably like a human. That sounds like something a human would do. Like fucking shoot stuff up their nose, because humans like we're pretty limited in our technology. Like ET would probably figure out a they probably already know a better way that's not gonna be intrusive.
Yeah. Who was it up here? They had said,
What's Chongo?
where'd it go? Right here. Oh, there it is. Yep. The oscillations of the laser intensity cause pressure waves. It's the same tech being used for bone conduction headphones, just in UV broadcast. Basic tech now, which makes you think like, okay, if they were doing that with lasers pointing it at your head, making you hear stuff, I mean, they gotta be pointing stuff at your head, making you be able to see stuff now too, right?
Yeah.
Like
They
we always
have to.
think of seeing something as being like an external source that's like projecting an image of some sort. But like if we understand how the brain works and like images work through our eyes, there's got to be a laser that could make you see something, you know?
Dude. And does it have to be one person at a time, or can it be like
Could be multiple people, you
that's
know?
where you get into the Project Bluebeam, dude.
Yeah, which is, you know, that's another like physical off in the distance thing projecting something. But I think we could I think that's probably old as shit now. I think Project Bluebeam is probably like, yeah, we used to have Project Bluebeam like back in the day. I think it's probably way more advanced than what Project Bluebeam was, you know?
Yeah, dude.
Isn't it crazy though, like how when you look up Project Bluebeam shit, like you can barely find anything on it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to go to DuckDuckGo to find out anything on that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
That and if you Google, if you Google blue waffle, you can't find anything on that on Google either.
Good.
Did anybody ever make that joke with you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're like, I bet you guys can't find an image of a blue waffle. Oh my gosh. Michael's back in the chat. What's up, brother? I'm sorry we had some damn technical shit, dude. Yeah. We only have a little bit of time, and we want the audio to be good and you to tell your story in the way that it's supposed to. So I'm excited to reschedule with you, brother.
Oh shit, here we go. Okay. Yep. For visualization experiences, they use microwave radiation emitted from does that say maser? The L and the M are pretty
Miser.
close. From a
laser.
maser.
Laser.
They use the EEG recordings of experiencers to play back the frequency modulations. Whoa. Oh, wait. So they're recording what the experiencer's brain was going through at the time of the encounter, and then they're downloading that and then projecting it through microwaves to somebody who hasn't had that experience. Therefore, actually having them like visualize another person's experience. Whoa. That's crazy.
Dude.
Now, can you imagine that, dude? You know, find one of these abduction stories and then like map out their brain when that happened, download that shit, and then like spread it over South by Southwest with a blanket laser of microwave radiation. and
Dude,
everybody.
we're going like deep into conspiracy theory. I love it, dude. I love this. So, okay, you said blanket, like flying a plane to Southwest. Like
No. I'm saying like if you were to blanket, like I'm saying blanket as in like if you're shooting this microwave radiation across a crowd at South by Southwest of somebody else's experience, if they transmit that experience visually, those 10,000 plus people all look up in the sky and see the exact same thing, even though it's not there. Right. And that's the taking the physical part of like having a mechanical object
Right.
project something up in the sky is old technology. Like he was saying, if we can use these microwaves to actually like give people visuals, then why couldn't you do that to a mass group of people all at one time?
I bet you could, man. And it would also explain the reverse of that. There's another fly in here. Damn it. It would also explain the reverse of that. Like if you could do it to one person, then why can't you do it to a bunch of people? Then, okay, so a lot of these experiencers that we hear about that see an object in the sky and one person sees something and the other person does see something, but it's slightly different. And dude, I've been interested in that for a while. Like, okay, so you both saw a craft that's like not of this world, but one was like a rectangle, one was a triangle. One of them had beings with black skin. One of them had white skin or brown skin or whatever. They're very, very similar, but these tiny details that are different. That would explain to me that it was some kind of technology that I don't want to kill this fly, but it is right there. It's I think
Dude.
I wounded it.
So MASER stands for microwave amplification or microwave application by the stimulated emission of radiation.
Oh, so
That's what it means. Yeah. So they record EEGs on experiencers under hypnosis, recounting their encounter. Then they subject others to the experiencer's brainwaves that were generated in that abduction experience. Oh, dude,
bro.
Ugh.
That's crazy.
The craziest part about this whole thing is like, yeah, aliens can totally be doing some shit to you, but like people can also be doing some shit to you that we can't even think about, right?
Dude.
And that's like the whole thing is like we're having this discussion on like these EEG waves and shit like that, and like it's just so further ahead than we could even imagine. You know, we brought up Project Bluebeam. We're like, yeah, Project Bluebeam. But then, like, no, here we are. They're like, oh, yeah, no, they're actually recording brain waves of experiencers and hypnotic regressions and then shooting them onto other people. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, that's like just you turn on your microwave and you open it and then, like, you're having an experience. Like, not the same thing, right? But microwave like radiation, you know.
Yeah. You made me think of like, tech companies like Facebook or Meta that put out the VR. Mark Zuckerberg has spent like the most, like billions of dollars into these VR headsets, and it seems so clunky. It seems so clunky to have something physical on your head, sweaty and heavy and like uncomfortable. Like, there's got to be a better way. It only makes me think like a good capitalist would take something that's like, okay, yeah, it's expensive, but not as expensive as like the shit that's like really badass. Because like,
yeah, like it'd be interesting instead of like having this laptop, like if you just carried around like a small little flat square object.
yeah,
And all you got to do is like interface with it. You just close your eyes and you watch a movie because it knows all the movie catalogs and the frequencies it runs off of, so it just syncs up with your brain waves and then plays a movie while you close your eyes or something.
Instead of a square or a cube, can I have mine look like a chicken nugget?
You can have it look like whatever you want to if you can pay for it. But can you imagine like just standing there and then you're at the bank, standing in line at the bank and you like want to check your Facebook, so you just blink your eyes and all of a sudden your Facebook pops up and it's just using like retinal scanning to like, just move the page up, see what you're looking at, things like that. And just through your mind, you're like, I'm gonna watch that, and it clicks on it for you because it knows you want to watch it.
That would be fucking awesome. Also, that would be really shitty because they're gonna take over with ads. So as soon as you're like watching the show, it's gonna be like freaking cheesy good shit. Just come by the cheesy beef shit. Just
That's where I think it's gonna be heading, though, man. Like, what else are we gonna do? Are we gonna make a fucking screen bigger? Like,
no, because you had it. Like, all you have to do is close your eyes and everything's cheesy beef, crunchy shit.
Then
just
you
come
like
on and buy it.
Like even TV screens, like they're so good quality, your eyes can't even like perceive like the good quality because it's too good. Your eyes don't understand what that means. Like now you're just wasting fucking money. You're like, yo, I spent $3,000 on this 30K TV, and you're like, you can only see up to like 4K. What the fuck? This is a waste of money. That's stupid. You just bought it because it had a big number on it. What an idiot. Like, it's so dumb. And your phone, what are they going to make it faster? It's fucking instant. Like, you open it, it does shit. The next thing is to get rid of this clunky shit that we got to carry around with us everywhere and just make something simple that interfaces with you. You know, that'd be nice. I don't want to put a microchip in my head or none of that stuff, dude. I want it to be, like, clean, and if I want to fucking throw it in the trash and never look at the internet again, I want to be able to do that. You know, that's the way you should be able to do it.
You can't have your enchilada and eat it too, Joe.
I don't even know what you're saying.
That's an old school.
Keep talking about this fucking chicken nugget. I've been on a 10-minute rant. All you've said is enchilada and chicken nugget 30 times.
Look, you can't have your enchilada and eat it too. You know, if you want the best tech, you have to make sacrifices. You either have to watch the ads or have some bulky shit that you carry around in your pocket. You know,
I still have to watch ads on bulky shit that I carry around in my pocket. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, okay. Yeah, no, I get it.
It's the same. I just get to fucking close my eyes and watch it. Like, that's the only difference.
That's exactly my experience with Hulu. I have a Hulu, like the best account, like the most expensive account. Like, I'm not supposed to see any ads. Guess what? They still show ads. That's
ads.
What they do. Yeah. It just depends on what show you're watching. If you watch but that show, the one that's really popular and the one that you like the most, no, it's still going to show ads on that one.
Yeah. I've been watching Peaky Blinders lately. It's been pretty good. Not on Hulu. It's on Netflix. It's good. You should watch it.
What's up? I tried. I did not like it. I always give shows 3 episodes. 3 episodes. And I don't know. It just didn't hit for me. No offense.
There's a lot. There's a lot. It takes a couple episodes to understand it all. So there's a lot. It's crazy. I had to rewatch it like twice. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, I get it. Because then they're also like with super heavy like Irish accents and stuff like that. I'm like, what the fuck did they just say? They're all Scottish, and then some were like British. And you're like, what?
Couldn't understand. Yeah, I couldn't understand a word they were saying.
I don't know what 30% of these words mean.
Yeah,
but it's good.
Yeah, I did. I tried it with subtitles. Still not. I couldn't get through it, man. But I hear it's a great show. Big Willie asking about the show called Upload on Prime. Yes, it is an awesome show. Joe, have you seen that? Bro, it's called Upload. The premise is
I don't watch chick flicks.
How'd you know it was a chick flick? So it's set in the future, and what Ray Kurzweil predicted that's in our future is that when you die, you could upload your consciousness into an AI system that you can live forever, right? So it's that exact thing. So if you die, like your life insurance, if you pay a shit ton of money, you can upload your consciousness and live forever in a badass retirement home, basically. And you, for some reason, the rules are you have to manifest as at the same age that you died. So like you can't come back as like a young buck, like a 25, 27-year-old.
Yeah.
So you have to look at the exact same age. But yeah. You're like, it's an awesome show, dude. I love it.
His documentary, The Transcendent Man, is really badass. Yeah, he talked about all that in his documentary, and like how he's on like this insane vitamin regimen where he takes like 200 vitamins a day, and he's actually like almost stopped his aging progress. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And it all stemmed from like his dad passing away, and like he's still got that room full of all of his dad's stuff because he wants to like put it all together and bring his dad back.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty nuts.
Dude, so yeah, like the whole concept of the show is based off of like the Ray Kurzweil, like all of his. I mean, the guy spent his life working on this project, but it's all those ideas, dude. It is so good, though. You have to check it out. It's really good.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
It's pretty funny too. There's a couple of funny characters, but the most recent episode, there's a season 2 that just came out, and I'm almost caught up, but I don't want to give a spoiler alert. I'll
Just save it.
No spoiler.
Have you seen the World according to Jeff Goldblum?
No.
That's really good.
Is it?
It's pretty cool. Yeah, he goes around and he like.
Hey,
That's exactly what he does. But he goes and he investigates shit like shoes. Okay, we're gonna look at shoes today. And he goes and he's like, all right, this is a shoe. This is a basic shoe. Let's get into the shoe. And then he takes you into the culture of the shoe and the different styles of shoes, and then the shoe market and how shoes are sold and created and made, and like custom shoes and like how they're sold for millions of dollars and shit. And then he gets like a custom pair of shoes made for him. Like he does like simple shit like that. Like it's pretty badass.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I just love Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, he's a funny character.
I would watch him for hours. Hey, I'm gonna get a beer real quick.
Okay.
BRB.
That sounds good, dude.
Hell, you want a beer?
You bet. Yeah, will you get me one?
Yeah, I'll get you.
I do need a beer, actually. I do need a beer. Man, I'm really bummed that that our guest was having technical difficulties. That damn chord. I was really into that. I was really into that. I don't know if you guys can tell. A little, like seriously, some mind turning right now going on. Got a lot going on up here, man. You guys got anything fun going on the weekend? It's almost the weekend. I don't have anything going on. It's going to be so much fun. I'm really excited to not do anything. What up, Chad? How's it going, man? Big Willie, Travis. What's up, everybody? Oh, Ben's back. Hello, Ben. How are you? There he is. There he is. There he is.
Squee-bop.
What kind of beer did you get?
I got a Texas Beer Co.
Oh, nice, dude.
Hoppy Duck, dude. Straight from Taylor, Texas, dude.
Hell yeah, I like it. I like it.
Hell yeah.
They're
the beers from the tattoo shop that I never drank.
Yeah, dude. Yes. I'm gonna go get a beer now too. You inspired me.
Hey, dude, that's what we're about here. We're about inspiration. Dude, I was gonna say, dude, who am I talking? Mr. Crowley, thank you for that super chat, bro. I like the 6.66, dude. That's very very forward thinking of you. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Michael Gutierrez also member for 2 months. Hell yeah, dude. Again, Michael, dude, I'm so excited to hear your story. I'm sorry we couldn't figure out the dang microphone issues tonight, man. I'm gonna send you a dang cord. Travis Green, no, it's tight. It's if you pronounce it in a country accent, it is Tyler, Texas. It's not spelled like Tyler. It's Taylor, Texas, with an A. You know, you live there, bud. We met you. We love Travis Green, dude. That was awesome to see you there at the live show at Terry Lovelace. That was sick. My God, this fly. It's got a big butt, big shiny butt. The other one had a huge butt. This one has a badunk as well. Flies with big butts. Anyway, so what do you guys want us to talk about? What's new? What do you guys want to hear? I know that there's like this new thing about like the we talked about it I think on Tuesday, but it's like a new document that came out that says like sex, lies, and the Pentagon or something like, and Nancy Pelosi she's actually very sexual, sexually active. It was something along those lines.
Ew.
The headline is she's actually
Nasty.
But hey, did you see that though? That whole headline. It was like, I think UCR is doing a show, and then like a bunch of people are covering it. The sex lies and the Pentagon or something like that. Have you read anything into that, Jim?
No, I haven't. I figured everybody that works at the Pentagon has sex.
Yeah,
I didn't-
like consensual, like consensual.
Oh, okay.
I think some of it had to do with some oh, what's that show? Don Draper. Some of that stuff. The shitty stuff that just women used to like, put up with all the time. I think it has something to do with that.
Oh, okay. So they were like, "Hey, here's an article about some shit that happened 60 years ago," or
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. I don't know much about it, but
or it's like, "Hey, this is some shit that went down last week." Like, because
No, I don't think it's
we all
recent.
know about like the special government kitty that's set aside to like pay for like sexual harassment claims or shit like that to just pay people out. Like the government uses your tax money to fucking hide shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's disgusting.
Jeremy said that guy was ousted that said Lou didn't run ATIP. Yeah, remember there was like a dude that was saying he was like, Lou's not the he wasn't the guy. Good. Okay, I'm glad he got ousted for lying though, right? Like, we know that he actually worked there.
It wasn't because he was telling the truth.
I'm pretty sure he worked there. I'm pretty sure he did a lot of great stuff.
It's like, dude, just because he worked at the building doesn't mean he worked. I don't know.
Well, I mean, technically, we worked at the building because we were driving around in our brown, rusted-out van, asking where the aliens are. What kind of beer are you drinking, dude?
Well,
Dude, I'm sorry, bro. You looked exactly like your dad just then, bro. you go, well,
I found this new brew. It puts hair on your chest. It's packs a punch. It's something I don't normally drink unless I'm really trying to get wasted.
White Claw.
No, definitely not. White Claw's for pussies, dude. I'm drinking
100 Babe.
yeah,
Is that pink? Is that rosé, dude?
rosé wine with bubbles, baby.
Dude, that looks delish.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
About to
that
get
looks
bubbly
good.
in here. I don't know. I've never had it. I was like, where'd my beer go? And then the old lady had a couple of these, so we're about to see what's up.
Dude,
Because I don't have my bottle. I drank my bottle yesterday. Celebrating, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, do you want? I mean, that's big news
It's all right.
for the celebration, right? I mean, you got a whole new job, dude.
Oh yeah, I got a whole new job.
Yeah, you're gonna be like me, just sitting in front of your computer looking dumb all day.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not celebrating the fact that I have another job. You know, I don't particularly like really want a job, but I'm celebrating the fact that I have a job. Yeah, because I need a job. Yeah,
It's a better one that you had.
yeah, yeah. It'd be nice, dude. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a big change.
I hope that your at home office doesn't. You know what you should do is set up fly traps, because that's what I wish I would have done.
I'm legitimately gonna have to get an office chair now.
I've been trying to give it to you. Just every time I come to Taylor, I forget.
I know, and every time I leave work, you're still all the way in Georgetown.
Yeah.
I would have stopped by and gotten it, but like
I don't live in
now
Austin
since I
anymore.
don't do it at your house anymore, I pick up the kid on the way home, and she's just like right there. So like
Yeah.
it's hard to go all the way to Georgetown and then back to Taylor because she's only good in the car for like a good 30 before she starts getting restless.
Dude, so she doesn't like go to sleep after after daycare?
No. Oh no. It's crazy.
Every time you call, it's like we get like a solid maybe 10 minutes, and she's in the back seat, and she's like, "All right, time for ruckus."
Yep.
So funny.
It's insane how my child's able to take all of her clothes off while buckled up in a car seat. It's just absolutely insane. I keep going. I keep showing up to school, and they'll be like, "Hendrix had a little rough day today." And I'll be like, "Why? What happened?" And they'll be like, "She keeps taking her clothes off on the playground."
Aww.
And then I'm like, how do I react to this? No shit, she's a baby? Or,
Yeah, right? You can't get. I hope she didn't get in trouble for it.
I mean, you can't really, I guess you can't really get
what
too
babies
much
do,
trouble.
man.
That's what babies do.
Yeah.
My response is always like, yeah, she's a real flower child. And then they're like, yeah, because she keeps throwing her shoes in the trash can. We can tell. And I'm like, oh, damn it. I'm out of excuses.
That's amazing.
She hates wearing shoes. She wants to be naked all the time. She's a nature baby, man.
That's amazing.
Oh, yeah, dude. So, yeah.
Nature baby.
Nature baby. They're neat.
They're neat, dude.
Neat. What is that video? Is there a video? A nature?
Dude, I wish I could play it, or else
It's so neat.
I can't play it because I'm like trying to stay away. Yeah. Last time we did it, I had to do a lot of editing. But the guy, I wish I knew the guy. Okay, at least I could tell you guys what the guy's name is. Just look up nature. Honestly, I don't have to do that. Just look up nature. It's like this dude. I don't know if he even does videos anymore.
It's an old video.
It's a very old video. But that's like one of my core things that make up my personality is that video. Sometimes you gotta break up the soil a little bit. Hip, 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 hip. Like that's from that video, dude.
Yes.
You ever see me do that? That's what that's from.
Oh, dude, man. I love that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, dude, I was thinking about another idea this week. So, I love it. It's like vastly changing the subject, but so this idea that
Gross. Sorry.
Is it bad?
Yeah, it was bad. That was very audible. God, that's how bad. I didn't even mean to. Sorry.
was that your first sip?
No, it was my third sip. I was just trying to drink it fast because maybe if I get a little drunk, the next one won't be as bad.
Yeah. All you have to do is drink half of anything, and then you could probably drink the rest. Same doesn't not go for shots. Don't drink half shots.
Oh yeah, no, those aren't good. But you can't do full shots, dude.
I can't.
Yeah.
If y'all are not familiar, me and Joe were in a rock blues funk band for 10 years, and people would just hand us shots, and everybody in the band great at taking shots except for the lead singer, me, and I would like almost barf every time. I have to like sip like
Dude.
you know how hard it is to sip Fireball, bro.
Some shows I would have like so many like just drinks around me, and I didn't buy any of them, and like I wouldn't even be able to drink them all half the time, dude. Like in between like songs,
Yeah.
I would try and drink a beer, and the people were like, "What do you drink?" And I'd be like, "Fucking dude, just anything. If you're gonna bring me some, just bring it. Make it a whiskey and a Lone Star, man."
I remember that you had more drinks than anybody in the band at all times. Like people would just buy you shit.
I was very popular with the dudes, you know?
Dude, honestly, like girls didn't buy us drinks. It was all dudes. They were like, "Hey man, is that it? Hey, hey man, is that Squire? Is that Ibanez? I got the same Ibanez." That's not an Ibanez. It's a Gibson Les Paul. I got an Ibanez. Looks just like that. My brother let me borrow it. Can I play it when you're taking a break?
I learned that new Breaking Benjamin song.
And left a hole right my heart should be.
Every time I hear those bands, I always picture like South Park doing it, you know?
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Lots of drinks.
Yeah, lots of drinks. So is it better now that you've chugged it?
Oh shit, I forgot. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So now everybody knows that Joe's a pink bubbly guy. So this idea I was telling you about is that so we've been talking about like the ancient civilization, the ancients, right? That came out of nowhere, that
Ancients.
started billions of years ago, and that we're way like the timeline that we know about human history is just fucked. Like some people would think of that, like approach that with a very conspiratorial mindset. We're like, oh, they're just trying to the man, you know. But I think it's much more simple. It's just like that's just how it played out. Like that, like no one's trying to do stuff or like control a lot of stuff. That so this idea again, it's just an idea that humans are again like this amalgamation. It kind of dovetails what we were talking about last week, but we are an amalgamation of a bunch of different species, and we're living on basically an aquarium. And there's this race of aliens or entities that are much larger than us that are looking at us and taking care of us, and they actually do care about us and make sure that we don't die and fuck shit up. And like, I'm not saying like there's someone standing next to a table with an aquarium, but it's like that's the analogy to it, to where like we're just really small and there's another entity that's huge, and we're like sea monkeys, dude.
I've always wanted to be a sea
These
monkey.
aliens, I know. We've always talked about being sea monkeys when we grow up.
Dude, wouldn't that be some shit if like aliens are selling us in packages like to other aliens? You know?
And like this whole idea, like we try to complicate things and place meaning on things so much because we have an ego, right? Like humans have ego. We think that we're the most important shit ever. What if we're not? What if we're just like frozen dried in this packet, and as soon as you drop us in some H2O, we dehydrate and we come alive. These eggs hatch, and then like, oh, that's primordial soup. Yeah, no, that's a dry package you could get from the extraterrestrial Amazon. Like we just put it in water. Like we're in a cup, and to us it feels like billions of years, but in actual like reality, well, their reality, it's like, well, I got it. 2 stars, man. They died in like 12 days. But to us, 12 days is like 12 billion years.
Dude, yeah. Man, it's really crazy. It's really crazy how easy it is to like grow shit. Like if you put like some like water in a bowl and you just leave it, like the shit that grows in there without you putting anything in it is insane. You know, you'll like have things swimming around actually. You're like, dude, I just put water in here. And then I closed it off. I put a lid on it. There's just water. And now it's like a year later and they're like, there's shit swimming in this water. How the hell? You know, it makes you think like life just started in a water bottle somewhere.
Or a beer.
Or a beer.
It could be a beer, man.
It could be anything. I mean, I'm just using the idea of like just having some water. If you sprinkled some dirt in there, the shit that would like come alive is insane.
Dude, so what I would love to do is take a jar and like scoop up some dirt out of the creek and just see what happens. Like I've seen like so many TikToks and like Instagram videos of people like doing that, like a jar, taking up mud and some water. And at first you don't really see anything. It's really murky. And after a couple of weeks, the water gets really clear because everything falls to the bottom. And then they start seeing like these little worms come out, like these little bugs. You start, if you really zoom in.
Yeah, dude.
Like you don't need to do shit. Like it's alive there. Like you probably can't like support a big life, like a bigger, like a minnow or something. But those tiny motherfuckers don't give a shit. They're like, hell yeah, I'm gonna eat this poop from the other guy that's like right next to me. I'm gonna eat his poop.
Yeah, some things, dude, like it's crazy because they'll just start getting bigger. You're like, whoa, what the hell? You're looking, and you're like, you see all these little tiny things floating around. You're like, that's interesting. And then before you know it, now you have like detritus worms, and you're like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? You know, and they're like, it comes from the dirt. Like
Yeah, it's
eggs?
just
And
in
they're
it.
like, no, it's just like if you put it in water, like worms come from it. And you're like, how the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, because you think about it, it's like
parasites and shit.
where does a human come from? And you're like, oh yeah, a sperm and
dirt.
an egg, and then like 9 months of like your wife yelling at you all the time, and then like your baby comes, and you know how that process works. But when you just put like dirt in a bottle with nothing in it, and then add some water, and then a year later you have like big things, you know, bigger than microscopic. They're still very tiny, but like big things swimming around, like it's starting to like build its own life. You're like, wow, that's pretty interesting.
All I'm saying is, there's a chance, dude. There's a
Yeah,
chance. Maybe we're the water bears. We're like
It's-
the cute
it's-
water bears.
It seems like life is a little easier to come by than we might think it is. You know?
Well, you only need a couple things, right?
Well, like we just said, I mean, like, once again, we're not biologists, but I can throw some dirt in a fucking water jug and stuff will grow in it. Even if it's stuff I don't want to grow in it, stuff will grow in it. If I can do that and not know anything, can you
Yeah.
imagine somebody who knows a whole lot what they can accomplish?
Yeah. Well, I've been following a couple people that take care of aquariums and do the same stuff that you were telling me that you've taught me about. Like, if you like those natural terrariums with water in them and like self-sustaining ecosystems.
Yeah.
These dudes always complain like, no matter what I do, if I buy it store bought, like the substrate store bought or whatever, no matter what I do, at some point there will be worms and there will be snails. And they don't even have any fish in them. It's literally from the dirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane to me. Dude.
Yeah, you start getting little worms
Where
and
the
stuff. You're
fuck
like,
do those come from, man?
I don't know.
So if
I
if
don't
you
know.
eat dirt, like worms are gonna grow in your tummy. That's why they tell you not to eat worms, right?
Yeah, they can. Yeah, but yeah, it's more of a. I guess I don't know. I don't know if a parasite and a worm are they the same thing?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Well,
That's an
the
interesting question.
well, the
They
meat
say
is
you get
different.
worms, right? You get worms, and so maybe you can get worms that grow inside of you. But I'm not sure if it's like, is it only considered a parasite because it's inside feeding off of you at that point? Is it not a parasite if it's in the ground, like aerating the earth and doing good shit? Is it only a parasite when it's inside of you?
Oh my god. Also, there is no inside. We are tubes, dude. Think about it. We're tubes. Like from our mouth to our butthole, we're just a tube, man.
Well, yeah, but there's still an inside to the tube, or there would be no tube. It just
No.
that's a paradox, a life paradox.
Yeah, we're just a long donut with nipples,
That's all it is. That's all it is.
penises, and vaginas, and birds.
Hey, it is April. We have 7 months before November gets here,
What's
and
in
everybody
November?
comes to hang out with us.
Oh
in November.
yeah, dude.
We have
Let's show
7
that.
months,
Hell
and
yeah.
it's gonna be fun, dude. I'm excited,
You know how fast those 7 months are gonna go.
dude. It feels like the other day we were like, it's like a year away, dude.
It's not, dude. It's gonna be
It's
so.
not.
fucking
It's gonna be
fast.
so far. Like it's gonna be so close. It's gonna hit us immediately.
It's gonna be inside of us like a
It's
persona.
not as far away as we thought it was. November 4th to 6th, UFO Garage Family Reunion Tour 2022.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be sick. It's time to
Oh, I
get the
need to-
family together.
I like tour. I'm gonna add tour. It's time to get the family together. We've been talking about this for far too long. A family friendly event with our friends and family. Come chill with Joe, Ben, and Big Willie and our families for a glamping trip. Have an RV? Bring it. Or a tent? Bring it. Or rent a badass tiny house. We're still figuring out the details on pricing, but we'll update soon. We got tiny houses. We got dog-friendly cabins. We've got glamping lodges, RV and tent. I mean, you could just show up. Just show up and see what happens. But you could RSVP and get a dope-ass tiny house. Big Willie has confirmed that he's coming. Yes.
Nice.
Mr. Crowley has confirmed that he is coming.
Nice.
We're still waiting on Dave Scott. But yeah, we have 2 RSVPs. Conspire Theory is coming.
Yeah. It's gonna be so dope.
So we have 3.
Hell yeah.
RSVPs, and everybody's doing it. Everybody, you should do it too.
Everybody's doing it.
It's social pressure. Everybody's doing it. You should come too. Come to Texas. We're gonna go out to the middle of nowhere, where they you can see the stars, dude. Jess and I went out there. We stayed a couple weekends. Oh my God, it's beautiful, dude. You can see every star, every one of them.
Hell yeah.
Dude.
Did we check to make sure that this camping night is not on a full moon night?
No.
Uh-oh. We're gonna have to bust out the moon calendar.
Full moons. All right, they stopped in August. November 8th. That's the frost moon over here.
Good. So that means that. Oh no, wait. When is ours? 4th through the 6th? It's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pretty bright.
Dang it!
Anytime I make trips to dark places, I'm always like, I gotta plan it when it's not.
We could change it. It's that far away. We could change it if you want.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. Let's change it.
Let's see. What's the moon calendar? Bust out the moon calendar.
Bust it out, dude.
Moon calendar. All right. Moon calendar. Let's go to November. November. I hate this moon calendar.
What do we want? The new moon or nah?
We want no moon.
Well,
yeah, so the new moon.
New moon. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is October 25th, which is great. That's like the weekend before that.
October 25th?
New
Okay.
New moon.
New moon.
New moon. November. October 25th.
Yeah, October 25th or November 23rd.
Let's do that. Let's just change it.
Should we make it further away and not closer?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. We were just talking about how fast it's gonna run up on us. So
hold on. 4th and 6th. So 4th, November 8th. Yeah, it's gonna be close to a full moon, dude.
well, we probably can't change it because Big Willie and them probably already have like their plans and stuff, right? You've already taken off work.
Oh yeah, Mr. Crowley can't change his vacations. He's like laughing. He's like, "God damn it, guys!" He did have to like kind of bend over backwards for us to come. He was like, "I changed some shifts with a guy. I literally changed my identity." Fucking love you, dude. I'm so stoked you're coming, buddy.
I have to get a job at the local Whataburger. Hell yeah.
This fly that's in here is about to get he's moving in. Like, you're going to have to pay rent, dude. You got to get a job. This fly, literally, it's back. I killed one. I felt bad about it, but.
You didn't know that, dude? That every time you kill a fly, 2 more show up? That's how they fucking work, dude. God.
I did not know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you kill 1 fly and 2 show up. Man, I'm out of shit. Honestly,
yeah,
our guest had all that awesome stuff.
I was kind of banking on banking on.
I'm bummed.
Hearing his story.
Yes, dude. Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Well, hell yeah.
We'll
November 4th through the 6th. Come hang out with us. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
The Garage Family Reunion.
Tour.
And Cinnamon Terry's gonna be there.
What are we gonna be doing out there, dude?
We're going to do a bonfire,
Hell
hiking,
yeah.
stargazing,
Like it.
UFO searching,
Like it.
barbecue
Love it.
by none other than the son of the king of Texas barbecue,
Who?
which is you.
Me?
Yeah, your dad is the king of Texas barbecue.
So I'm gonna be barbecuing on the pit then, huh?
Literally all weekend, we're not going to see you because you're going to be working.
Hamburgers for everybody.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like no brisket.
Hey, if it makes you feel better, I'll smoke them.
Hey, you know what? We could do it like the night before or the day before and just bring it with us. I'll stay up with you.
Yeah, dude.
Let's do that.
Absolutely.
So it's like
Hell
ready
yeah.
and we could just heat it up on the grill or something.
How far of a drive is that?
It's like 45 minutes from us. From Austin.
That's
So
that's not too bad.
it's like
yeah.
an hour, maybe like an hour 15.
Cool.
So we could like heat it up, put it in a cooler.
Yeah, I got a cooler.
Kaylee. We're gonna do a movie screening. Hopefully by then, by November, we're gonna have a pretty good cut of the documentary
We'll be watching Mac and Me.
or Mac and Me. Yeah, hopefully we'll have a good cut of the documentary by then. It's the documentary we've been working on for 2 years. You'll get like the if you guys want to come out and see what we're working on, that'd be cool. Spooky ghost and abduction stories. Everybody's got one, right? We picture like we're all sitting around the campfire, naked.
Are you afraid of the dark? And we
We've got,
throw
like, this-
sand.
We've got the sand and like turns the flames blue and green. Shit.
Yes.
Be so cool. Welcome to the Midnight Society. You know what I'm saying? Doggos. Bring your doggos.
I'm
It's
not
dog
bringing
friend-
my dog.
It's dog friendly.
I'm leaving him at home.
You can bring Molly, but Molly is she's on vacation.
Molly just be napping the whole time.
And Jess thought this would be fun to do a UFO history scavenger hunt. So we do like a scavenger hunt. It would be, all the clues would be like UFO history. It's a work in progress. We'll workshop it. It's like I just hate I'd hate for us to be like at noon, like sitting around a campfire, like, all right, it's fucking hot. Like, what are we doing? Like, let's do something.
It'd be dope if when we get there, we go around and we find locals that are staying at the campsites and we have like little costumes and we pick like 5 people and then we like dress them up in costumes, but they're still just hanging around their campsite and we have to send people around to go find J. Allen Hynek, and you got to walk around people's campsites and find that person that we set up that we don't even know to like put on a little costume. Got glasses, like a mustache, like a lab coat on.
Is it gonna be a pizza mustache?
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. It's going to be a pizza mustache.
Oh yeah, I love that idea.
Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be pretty dope.
Mystic Quarry. So that's where it is, dude.
It's mystical.
Look, you could see the freaking Milky Ways. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
The Schmilky Ways.
Was it Mooney whenever you guys went out there?
No, it was not. So we saw every fucking star, dude.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
was so awesome.
It's going to be a little Mooney when we're out there, so.
Well,
It doesn't matter. You can still see stars.
yeah, you can still see stars. Yeah.
Plus, Mr. Crowley can't change it anyways. I tell you what, Mr. Crowley, you come on the regular scheduled date, and then we'll show up on the 23rd, but you let us know how it is to make the experience better. Right?
Yeah, dude. You
I'm just fucking with you. Nah.
got it. You got it. Mr. Crowley. Love you, brother. Hey, dude.
Hey,
It's that time.
it is.
I wish I could play the outro music, but
Is it broken?
yeah, something's broken, man. I can't. Yeah, something's broken.
It just wasn't meant to be today.
Well, I'll try it one more time. Can you hear that?
Yeah? It sounded a little better, I think, maybe, or it was just
'cause
louder. One of the
it's
two.
Loud as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
This
was another episode of UFO Garage. Hell yeah. It was fun. I don't like
Hey.
it. It doesn't have any bass in it.
It needs bass.
I think it
Tough
needs,
saying.
everything needs bass, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
A lot of people don't know that.
you move to the bass. That's, that's
Yeah,
what you
don't
dance to.
you don't move to the drums, dude.
You move to the bass, dude.
bass.
Hell yeah, man.
All
No,
right, guys.
Alabama. Alabama Tide. We did not roll Tide. I guess you're allowed to roll Tide. That's okay.
I think I'm gonna roll Tide tonight.
No, you're not.
Roll Tide.
No,
Let's go.
it's
Let's
not
go,
even,
baby.
It's not even the hand signal. Alabama Tide. Don't take
Roll
this guy on your
Tide.
side. He doesn't even know what he's talking about.
And the sports score. Let's go.
See?
We gotta score more.
This guy,
You gotta hold on to that ball so hard. You're gonna run it
he's wrong.
in there.
I'm about to leave.
All right.
All right, man. Dude. Yeah. This is awkward.
All right, man. Peace.
See you later.
UFO Garage.